So, you have to give me a minute here before I gotta collect my thoughts. There's a lot to break down here. Let's try to break it down in sections, right? When I try to do my unofficial reviews here, if you want to put them, I'm not a critic, so I just go by a few basic simple rules. How well was the story? How well did it look? How well did it play? How well did it sound? You know, those things. I try to rate those individually. I think sound design was okay. It wasn't anything incredible or mind-breaking. It wasn't anything that was like industry shattering, of course, like a lot of the 3D technology is nowadays. However, it's okay. It's really good at what it did. I could definitely hear everything. All the whispers, all the little sounds. There were some water sounds that sounded a little off. The forest you expect to sound a little more ambient, like I don't know if they were trying to go for a more silent approach, kind of. The crunching of the leaves towards the beginning of the game wasn't all that spectacular. Sounded a little phoned in somewhat. So I wouldn't say sound design was excellent, but it was good. It was serviceable, is what I would say. It was good. Visually is where I kind of have some problems, because I feel like in the real world, the non-spirit world, it looked incredible. It actually looked really well done, like, you know, really good. But because they went for the spirit look of the other world, it felt like the real world had a really good graphical tone to it. Like, it looked incredible, it looked amazing. But when it got to the spirit world, I don't know if it by intentional or not, it felt like it was kind of colored in, not colored in, how do I put it? Like the graphical quality went down, you know? And which is kind of sad, because the spirit world had such, like, in terms of design, okay, not just graphics, but design, visual design, the spirit world looked incredible. I love the design of it. It looked amazing. It definitely gave me that Silent Hill vibe, mixed in with some actual, like, dark horror looking stuff. Like, it looked really good. It's kind of what I wished that game Agony was going to look like. But Agony went more for a shock factor. It was a good design, but it went for more of a shock factor. And I really liked the way Bloober Team really designed the spirit world in this one. It was really good. I just don't like that everything looked a little more less intensive than the real world stuff than its counterpart. I wish some of the graphics looked a little more cleaner. You could see more of the cracks instead of looking like some of the poles look like clay, and I don't know if that was intentional for, like, hey, what if it was like wrapped in skin or something, or if it was made of entirely of skin. But it didn't come across like that to me. When you get to the nitty gritty of the graphics, it looked kind of like washed over, I guess, kind of like, yeah, I guess that's the best way to describe it. Like, they designed it really well, really good art, and then it seems like it was washed over a bit. Not bad, it's just a little off. Like, I didn't like it. Seemed like there were two different graphical settings for both worlds. Not design, just settings. It's different. Designs, yes, designs were fine for both worlds. I loved it. Let's see, sound. Okay, we're getting to story in a minute. That's gonna be my last one. Voice acting is another one that I like to put on there in terms of the categories. Voice acting was good, but paired with the lip sync, it was not great. The lip sync definitely was off on a lot of these. Now, of course, again, to the voice acting itself, it was good. It was pretty good. It wasn't stellar. It wasn't like mind-blowing, except for the creature. I love the way the creature sounded. I said that in the last stream. The creature sounded incredibly well done. I love his voice, his eeriness. Like, he really went, like, really into it. Gave me some Hunter x Hunter vibes, you know? So, you know who I'm talking about if you've seen that show. So, the voice acting of the creature, very well done. I'm actually sad because I think I missed it while I was talking here. Everyone else was pretty serviceable, but it really bothered me that the lip syncing just did not seem to match up with the voices. I kind of wish that was cleaned up just a little bit more. It did bother me enough that it was noticeable, but it wasn't terrible, just noticeable. So take that as you will. Gameplay mechanics is the fourth category here, and it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, and yet better than I expected. I thought they were gonna try to do a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of different. In the spirit world, you feel powerful, kind of like they do in Resident Evil games, where once you have a big gun, you feel powerful for a moment while the ammo lasts. Uh, but then when you're in the real world, it's all horror all the time. Like there's nothing you can do against the monsters in the real world. They're gonna come after you. You have to run, hide, and all that. And I thought in the spirit world, you could, you'd have a chance to fight back as long as you found spirit power, I guess. But you'd have a chance to fight back. I'm gonna pause it real quick. Might be a bonus credit scene. Ah, no. Okay. The Medium is our biggest, most ambitious game that we've ever made so far. It's a close and personal project that was years in the making. We poured our souls into it, and we've made a lot of great memories during development. However, as great as it is to make games, we do what we love with one person in mind, and that's you. Your thoughts mean a lot to us and make us better developers. That's why we love to hear impressions. Aww. I'm definitely going to hit that review button, but obviously I want to get this out now. Yeah, gameplay mechanics. I thought they were going to do more. Like, that's fully what I was expecting. Again, that's on me as well, because just because I have a certain expectation doesn't mean that's how the game's going to turn out. I may have set higher expectations for myself. I may have set lower. But on one hand, the side, like I said, I expected the spirit world to be where you kind of felt more powerful, felt like you could fight back. Where in the real world, I thought you were screwed basically. When the monster showed up, you run and hide. There's nothing you can do. So I thought it was gonna play off that perspective, but it didn't. And I don't know if again that's my fault. That's trailer giving false expectations. It could have been just me. I fully would accept that. I'm fine with that. However, on the flip side, I felt like where I thought it was a whole entirely different gameplay. The gameplay we did get was a little bit better than I expected it was going to be. I thought we were going to get a little too much in terms of, you're going to fight back crazy in the spirit world and then nothing in the real world. I thought it was going to end up being too much and I wasn't going to be satisfied. I'm not entirely satisfied because, again, I wish we had a chance to kind of fight back in the spirit world. But I am, it was good. It was a lot better than I expected it was going to be. It wasn't janky in terms of the gameplay mechanics. But it definitely felt a lot to be desired. This is a game where I would say, and the final category here, my fifth category, story-wise is where it shined. The story was great. I was hooked. As someone who does not like horror games, I was in it the entire time. I could not get enough of the story. I played through the end. I forced myself to try to finish it. Don't like horror games, but I love this game. It was a good story. It was a good game. Definitely kept me guessing till the end. I still have questions, of course, like what exactly happened to her dad? Did it say that and I missed it? Is that going to be the sequel? I hope there's a sequel. I really do hope there's a sequel. Shoot, if I find out today, if I found out tomorrow morning they're going to do a Kickstarter or whatever for a sequel, I'm hands down. I will donate to that Kickstarter because this is a really great game. And I would love to see more of this world explored. I want to see who are these guys who are chasing mediums? Because he said you're a medium. He finally gave an actual word to it. Obviously, that's what the game called. We call that in the beginning of the game. So there's some kind of organization that's going after mediums. And not only going after them, as Henry proved, they are trained to fight against them. They're trained to resist a medium trying to break their mind. This could expand so well, but it has to be done so properly because you can't just go into like a sudden explosion of media. Like the story setup here would have to be taken care of so properly in the next game because it could easily slide down a slippery slope of it's too much. You're adding too much in the sequel. You're deviating from the feeling of the original story. It should feel different, but it shouldn't feel like a whole new game or a whole different atmosphere. It should still have the same atmosphere, and I want to keep that. It's because I want the gameplay mechanics changed a little bit. Shouldn't change the way the game makes you feel. That's uncomfortable. That's tension building. Few jump scares, sure. I'm not surprised they didn't do a lot of jump scares. I'm actually really happy about that. They built most of the game by tension. And yes, I purposely broke that tension by using the whole just run at them. Well, just run at them. You'll get a checkpoint. It's fine. Just run at them. I didn't care if I died. Although apparently I died once and it still gave me the never encounter a monster achievement. I don't know how I got that one. I really love the story. The story was so good. I want to see more. I hope they do more. Guys, if you don't do another sequel, could you like a little like storybook, webtoon, something? I would love to see more of this world, either in comic, a book, or something. Like this world is so interesting. You want to see more of it. Overall, I do love the game. I do recommend it, even without Game Pass. With Game Pass, of course, I praise to no end. But even if you don't have Game Pass and you just want to buy the game, buy the game. It is so good. I recommend it. I want to say, usually I say in this stuff, buy it for the stuff that I've missed. But even though I wasn't trying to find everything, according to the achievements, I found everything. At least that I saw. So who knows? But anyways, that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna hit the review button because I really want to give the feedback, more or less everything I saw. Of course, I'll share this to our to the developers if they want to see it. Um, sorry, I kind of wanted to go off here just in case something else, but I don't know if it was gonna show my email or something. Okay, let's see, just in case. Oh, I knew there had to be an after credit scene. That's why I didn't end the stream yet. Thomas's watch. Is Thomas somehow physically trapped in Niwa? Like not just his soul, but physically, like his actual human body? Man, again, I am so... Ooh, they're glitching. Did they do that last time? They always done that? Oh man, that's creepy. Anyways, okay, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lovely game. And if for some reason you only watch this review, go play the game. It's so good. It's really good. I loved it so much. Even if you watch me play this whole game, if you have Game Pass, if you don't have Game Pass, go get it. Really, go get it. I cannot sing the praises of Game Pass enough. I have Ultimates, of course, $15 a month. Tons of games. I switch between my console and PC all the time. I'm playing this on the Xbox Series X right now, but I am playing another game on my PC. So Game Pass is just so good. They don't pay me. Wish they would. I mean, Game Pass sponsor me. Send me a hat. Anyways, thank you everyone. That's it. I'm gonna go. I think I've said bye 3 times now. I'm terrible at leaving conversations. So say goodbye. All right. So bye.